Hey everybody, it's Matt from Situation Positive. I want to talk to you today a little bit about the Positivity Project. So many of you know my story by now. At 28 years old, I became temporarily paralyzed from the waist down. I had to learn how to walk again in a pool, and I was diagnosed with a chronic illness called multiple sclerosis. As a result of my diagnosis, I dedicated my life to healthcare. I went back, got my master's of public health administration. I wrote a memoir called My Dog's Story, and I went all over the world as a motivational speaker telling my dog's story. And in all those conferences that I went and spoke at, or all those patient events, or just the journey into life with a chronic illness, I have met some wonderful people along the way. And they all have great stories. And I think stories are what connects us, right? Stories are how we learn. And, I started sharing my story as a way to help people feel not as alone. And once you share your story, people tend to share with you back. And that's what we're trying to do with the Positivity Project. We want to change the way that people talk about chronic illness, because people don't talk about chronic illness. People see illness as a weakness or a disability. They don't talk about the abilities that they still have. And I'm meeting some amazing people that have faced some of the toughest challenges with their own health, that face it head on and turn their situation positive. And that's what we want to do with the Positivity Project. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to situationpositive.org and read the Positivity Project. We are recruiting people that want to share their story. We would love to have you on our podcast, where either Tara or myself will interview you. And then we'd like to share that story, on our website, on our social media channels, on our podcasts, so that people that are going through the same kind of chronic condition that you might be going through can benefit from your story, that they can feel better about themselves, that they can feel like, now that I heard your story, I have hope that I can do it, right? And that's going to start to change the conversation. That's going to start to make us feel like we can open up and talk about our illness, right? Because health is the one thing that connects us all. If you're in good health, you're not worried about it. But as soon as something happens to you, then you want to find somebody else who's been there, and you want to hear how they were able to face that diagnosis and turn that situation into a positive experience. If you're that person, if you're feeling like that and you've got a story you want to share, go to situationpositive.org/Positivity Project, or from the homepage, click on Positivity Project, read a little bit about what we're doing, and fill out the contact form. Either myself or Tara will get back to you, and we'll talk a little bit about your story. And then, we'll schedule an interview with you, and you'll be on our podcast, and you'll be sharing your story with the world. My name is Matt Cavallo. This has been Situation Positive. And remember, no matter what's happening to you, you can turn your situation positive.